Good morning. Thank you for coming to Joyce's house, the Amazing Grace Wolf's Homestead. I'm glad you're here. Today we're doing something special and doing something new. I found a new recipe for a pie crust that I really wanted to try. I've always had trouble with making pie crust in the past, but I will say this time I believe I have found the right recipe that works for me, and I'll share that recipe with you. In the meantime, I needed a pie crust because I wanted to make a chicken pot pie. So let's get started. I have made the pie crust, and the pie crust, the recipe for that, you'll find it down below in the description box. But it was a half a cup of butter, 1.5 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I put that together, blended it all together with a half a cup of extremely cold water. And it worked beautiful. So let's get to the pie part. In my skillet, you can hear it sizzling. I have browned about 1.5 pounds of chicken, cut into small pieces because we are making this into a pie. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all my ingredients to this, and we're going to let that come up. So I'm going to add 1/3 cup of poultry season, one cup of water, and we're going to let this simmer over medium heat. And to this, I am going to add a half teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of celery seed, a teaspoon of garlic, and a teaspoon of onion salt. About a half teaspoon of pepper. Now we're going to give that a good stir. It's got a very heavenly aroma to it. Now we're going to add our vegetables. You can use any type. You can use your home canned vegetables, but there's a lot of things at this time of the year that I have run out of. So I bought a package of mixed vegetables, which has green beans and carrots in it, along with corn and peas. I'm going to mix this in. And then I have a package of frozen corn, because I like a little bit more corn in any type of meal that I fix like this, like the pot pie or for soups or anything, because I like a little bit more corn in it. And I like a little bit more peas. So I also have a package of peas here too as well. And I'm just putting about probably an extra half cup of each in this mixture. And then we're going to give it a good stir. Now I'm checking out and I believe this is going to be good. We've got this all stirred up together. And now we're going to add this to our pie crust. Everything is just absolutely better homemade. Now, what I did with the bottom pie crust, I baked it just a few minutes by itself so that I can make sure that the bottom of the crust gets thoroughly done on the bottom. And we're going to see how all this turns out. Let me get my skillet over here. And we're going to dip this in. Now, when I did the chicken, I actually put a stick of butter, about a tablespoon of oil in the skillet, and I let that heat up. And then I added my chicken pieces to it, and I did salt and pepper it a little bit when I was cooking the chicken. So I believe I can get this now. Okay. Now, for the other part of the pie crust. And I have to tell you, folks, this new recipe that I found, it's a very simple recipe, but I have never seen one work as easy as I have this one. And I will tell you, I'll be using this recipe for my holiday pies. Anytime I'm going to fix a pie, I'm going to be using this recipe for it. Okay. Let me grab my knife here. And then we're going to make some slits. I'm not going to be too fancy with it. I'm just going to make the slits so that it will have and then I'm going to make sure that my crust here is and now we will pop it into a 350 preheated oven, and we're going to let that cook until it is completely done and the pie crust is golden brown. So we'll be right back just as soon as it gets done, okay? Here we go, folks. Here's this chicken pot pie. I've never made one before, but it sure looks good and it sure smells good. And while we're just letting this sit just for a few minutes before I cut it, because I'm going to show you the product, because it's going to be new to me too. Let's get into the word. Today is a beautiful day. I'm thankful for every day that the Lord gives us. And today the word that is Psalm 116 verses 1 and 2. I love the Lord because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. And that fits me so very well and so very true, because I trust the Lord, because I know that he answers prayer. I hope y'all have a beautiful Labor Day weekend. We've got work planned ahead for us this afternoon. We've got mowing and some weed eating, a little bit to do. And I'm going to have to get out there and fertilize my garden. But let's see about this pot pie and see how it turned out. If you do like these videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell your friends and your neighbors about it. We are very thankful for everyone that watches. If there's something that I can do or read or research or to help you in any way, leave a comment in the bottom and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. So let's see how this pie turns out. I've been wanting to make one of these for a long time and to see how they do. And I love the crust. Folks, this pie crust is absolutely wonderful. It's the best I have ever made. And I am interested in this as you are. Let's see what it... Let me see. Am I getting it? There we go. It smells so good. Well, I didn't get it out too good, but here it is. It smells wonderful. I want that hunk of chicken. there it is. Not too shazzy for the first time. I'm very, very thankful. It looks beautiful to me, and it smells absolutely delicious. It's a little bit too hot to taste yet, but let me taste this crust. I'm very, very interested in this crust, and so I'll have the recipes on the bottom. Mmm. The crust is very crunchy, very good flavor. The chicken pot pie itself has got a wonderful taste to it. I like it. So we'll be doing it again. So until then, till next time, God bless and have a great day.